Shortly after that, the meetings coalition that Chris had alluded to actually was able to get a face-to-face meeting with President Barack Obama. And the very next day, he really ratcheted down his rhetoric, especially towards meetings. Has that helped you guys out a little bit? Has it?
How much have you guys heard about that? I mean,
not as much as you heard about the other.
absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, I think it was kind of. I don't doubt that he said it, and I kind of heard what he said, but I don't think it got the PR, of course.
Sure.
And I don't think he had any real malicious intent in saying what he said originally. I just think it really kind of backfired for him, and obviously we really felt the impact from that as a city and as an industry nationwide.
There's a direct correlation to every statement that's made that gets major media behind it, and it started with AIG. People were already on the bubble and making some economic decisions about whether they're going to hold a meeting. You know, end of the quarter, end of the year, might be time to cut back. That happens in good times and bad times. But what happened after the AIG announcement is you saw a spike in activity, at least we did. After that, got quiet a little bit. Wells Fargo, spike in the phone calls. After that, Elkhart, Indiana, President Obama, spike. After that, Northern Trust, spike. And now for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, it's quieted down a little bit. There's a direct correlation to every major statement that's come out in the media that can be tied right back to cancellations.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What started as an economic issue has now propelled itself well beyond into a panic, a fear, and a paranoia, quite frankly, about not wanting to be associated with luxury. And this is not a Las Vegas issue.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we've been in the media because we always are.
Yeah.
But major hotel chains, beach resorts, onshore, offshore, are all impacted the same issue.
I hear Hawaii is suffering greatly from the people down there, from what I'm
I
talking
kept
about.
I kept reading the press secretary's comments, these retraction comments, and looking for the positive in it, and I couldn't find it. I don't know if the rest of you guys could find it.
Yeah.
But it certainly didn't say meetings are good for business, and you have those meetings in the place that's going to be most successful for your company. And that's what I would like to see it say.
Yeah.
And he didn't make the
seem
statement, it was
unreasonable.
just his press secretary,
Well, and
right?
here lies the issue, and I heard a little bit about that meeting from a couple of folks that attended. The issue now is someone has got to reach out to him one-to-one in a press conference on camera and ask the question.
Right.
And then he's going to be in a position to have to say it himself directly. Is we all need to support and find a way to get him to come to Las Vegas to attend one of these events that they're all trying so hard to have him come. And if you're standing in the city, I think you're going to be in a position where you're going to have to address this straight on. I don't believe anyone feels truly that he was trying to harm tourism.
No.
Truly.
But I think so. Yeah, he needs to answer just the question why. I mean, why the legislation? Why support this? You know what I mean? I also want to ask Senator Reid the same question: why he supported this legislation? Why, when he knew it would directly impact his leading, source of revenue, source of industry for the state, and that's specific to Nevada. But I just want to understand. Somebody's going to ask that question: why?
And harm all those companies, because I think part of our message is that the argument with the most merit here is not that it's going to hurt us or that it's going to cause us unemployment. It's that it's going to hurt the companies that aren't having these meetings.
Yeah. It's the overall economy, period.
Right.
It's not just Vegas or these. It's the economy.
If Wells Fargo has less meetings, Wells Fargo will be a less successful company.
And maybe you're right,
stop
Mike.
them seems against the grain.
But is there a basic education that has to be given, you think, to the American public about the fact that meetings do drive trade? I mean, really?
That's what the industry associations are doing, and then it's also giving the average person that's not affiliated within our industry a talking point about a meeting. And the best one that I've come up with lately, and I shared this with the group before, was that a job fair is an example of a meeting. In fact, it's almost an example of a trade show, because you've got two people engaging in a discussion about commerce, whether I'm going to hire you or not, across a table. It's set up in a conference room, and you've got somebody has to coordinate it. It's usually done in a hotel, and you've got somebody that's got to clean it up, tear it up, set it up, tear it down, and everybody gets that, because every community in the United States has got job fairs. So if you go to that basic level, then people understand why meetings are important.